In the course of a recent concert, the Brazilian gospel artist Pedro Henrique was confronted with a life-threatening medical emergency on stage, which finally resulted in his passing away. The musical musician had become 30 years old at that point in time. TMZ stated that Henrique unexpectedly collapsed to the ground on stage when he was doing a gig last night, on Wednesday, December 13. Henrique was playing before the audience. The tragedy occurred in Brazil at the same time when a religious gathering was now taking place. It was reported that after the fall, he suddenly became unconscious, and he finally passed away as a result of his injuries. This information was confirmed by his record label, Toda Music, that he had suffered a significant heart attack. An individual who was present at the event was able to record on video evidence the horrifying moment that occurred during the on-stage health crisis that took place at the event. During the time that the recording is being played, Pedro can be observed standing on the edge of the stage, interacting with the audience, and singing the song Vai Ser Tão Lindo. He suddenly appears to lose his equilibrium and falls backward in front of his band, collapsing on the floor. He looks to have lost his balance. While the scared crowd witnessed the tragedy happen in real time, a number of people rushed over to provide assistance in the aftermath of the collapse. They were attempting to help those who had fallen. After being transported there in an emergency condition, it was determined that he had passed away during his stay at a nearby medical center. Toda Music broke the news of Henrique's passing through a post that was published on their Instagram account. Another statement that was mentioned in the post was as follows: "There are very difficult situations in life for which we have no explanation. The only thing that is required of us is to finally acknowledge that the will of God is eventually victorious." Pedro was a young man who spread happiness and was a friend to everyone he met. It is the soul child. In the latter portion of the statement, which was then translated into English, the individual was referred to as a present husband and a super dedicated father. The heartfelt tribute continued with the following statement: "We believe that Pedro will have a prominent place in the great celestial choir. It's possible that the solo rendition of the cross was written specifically for me, or that it was meant to serve as a reminder that God will respect our succeeding generations, your wife, your little baby Zoe, and the many lives that have been and will be impacted by Christ as a result of the recordings of your voice will carry on your legacy. Your legacy will go on via your wife and your granddaughter. There is no way that anyone will forget the tunes that you sing." After Henrique began posting singing videos to YouTube, he began to receive broad notoriety. This was the beginning of his professional career. He released his first studio album in 2017, and it was titled Grande Ao Senhor. The album was released in 2017. In the time leading up to his passing, he had gathered more than 1.1 million followers on Instagram, which is a clear indication of the massive following he had established on various social media platforms. Furthermore, he became a father for the very first time not too long ago either. According to the memorial, the only people who will remember Pedro are his wife and their daughter Zoe, who is 9 months old. Zoe is the only child in the family.